Bow, 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 wow, 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 wow. Bow, 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 wow, wow. All right, it's go time. Buckle up. God, let's have some fun.
Does anyone else just work their ass off for like the last 3 or 4 years for like a college degree, and now you have a job that you hate and you still can't afford life and you're still fucking miserable and you can't pay any of your bills and you can't live in the house that you imagine and you just feel lied to?
Get that you're overwhelmed and scared, but I can tell you how to fix it. I mean, if I were you, I'd start working about 80 hours a week.
Makes all the sense in the world. God, I love it. Work till you're dead. I'm just kidding around. That's a little showmanship. If you're new here, welcome. We're going to have some fun. Today, we're going to be talking about the gig economy. And as you could tell from the woman in the beginning there, she's not too happy with her job. And she can't survive. But as somebody who drove Uber once, and this is technically, I actually do consider this work kind of gig economy or like the new economy. So I've done this type of stuff or hustle culture, whatever. Anyways, this dude's going to go in, and I could actually contest for this, but there's a kicker to it. 60 hours a week driving Uber. Was it worth it? Let's find out.
Just got done working a 60-hour week driving for Uber.
What?
Yeah, 60 hours. Why would anybody in their right mind drive 60 hours for Uber? How much money did I make, and was it all worth it? First of all, why? It's because in California, they offer a $1,200 quarterly stipend. I realize not everybody lives in California and has that kind of bonus.
Okay, so I did drive Uber in California and in Florida. Let me tell you, massive difference. Double the money in Cali. So just remember that.
How much money did I make? Here's the screenshot. I made $1,677 in 59 and a half hours. That comes out to about $28.20 an hour. I've posted a few recap videos like this before, and you know I've made upwards of $35 an hour and more. So this is a little bit disappointing to me, even though I kind of made a good amount of money for 1 week. And is it all worth it? I could see in the comments already, Uber is thief. Uber takes 70%. Uber robbed their drivers, yada, yada. I understand that. But they do provide a platform for everybody. You don't even need a car. You could even rent a car through Uber. You just need your driver's license and you need to not be a felon, and you can be an Uber driver. I believe that Uber is worth it more as a side hustle than a full-time job.
I totally agree with that guy. And that money he posted, that's pretty on point. I mean, granted, you're wearing and tearing your car. Don't forget about gas money. But in California, you can make that type of money. I'm sure you can make that money in big cities. But if you do it in just like an average, regular-ass city, you're not making no $1,600 a week. It's just not going to happen. But I do agree with him. Like the chick in the beginning bitching and crying about her job, unfortunately, I don't even want to sound like that. I don't want to sound like a dick and say, just work more. Just work 8 days a week, dude. But that's where it's at. And it is cool that you can just go pick something up like Uber, DoorDash, Instacart, which we're going to cover all of that in here. So let's just chill out, take a hit, okay? If you're new here, I'd like to read some of your comments from previous videos. Keep it fun, keep it light, keep it loose, keep it fun. This dude goes, poor life choices resulting in meaningless degrees come with consequences. Classic. And a lot of people don't even have degrees, so they're just out here doing everything.
I busted my ass and I was just laid off. These companies do not care about us. They want us to give us a 2-week notice, but yet can just fire us and ruin our lives on the spot any day that they choose. I have a 2-year-old son, no savings, which is my fault, and it doesn't fucking matter. So now I have to go back on the job hunt, and I have to get a work from home job because I have a 2-year-old that I have to take care of. Can't afford daycare. Rent is $2,500 where I live. Now I got to find out how to pay off my lease early.
Okay, so I put this chick in here. One, she's right. There's no company loyalty. But I put that in there because I think the good thing about the gig economy, Uber Eats, DoorDash, all these different things, this is where I think it's highly beneficial for someone like this. And I know she said she had a kid. She just keeps rambling. I should have cut that. But this next clip here is how much they did Instacart and DoorDash. But, pay attention to this. because she said she had a kid, but I want you to really watch this because this is a real thing.
How much money I made on a Saturday doing DoorDash and Instacart. Chick-fil-A breakfast, $8.67. Shop only Instacart at Publix, which means you don't deliver to someone's house. I picked up my passenger princess to keep me company.
So right there, I've had this happen to me. You guys let me know if you've had this happen. I've been picked up from an Uber before, and they had a passenger with them, a friend. I was like, I'm not going to report you or nothing. I'm like, it's probably a terrible waste of time. That person could have been out making money too. You do you. But I was showing that.
Publix again for shop and deliver, 7 items, $9.54.
Hold on 1 second. I was showing that because, even if you do have a kid, luckily there are things like this, these delivery services where you could bring your kid with you. I know that's not ideal, and you're not really going to make the best money. You're just not. I've done this type of stuff. It's really more of a side hustle. But if you just get shit canned from your job and a damn camera cut out. But yeah, if you just lose your job, it is pretty awesome that you have this gig economy to fall back on. I will say that. That is pretty dope. But let's see what this broad made here. Publix. I got to speed this up a little bit. Where are we at? So
it was $51.27 on DoorDash, $80.26 on Instacart. Total for the day, $131.53.
That's not too bad. That's pretty chill. I mean, it's not the best, but if you just got 86 from your job, at least you could have a fallback plan. I think Instacart though is a huge waiting list. I think that's the top one everybody wants to get. And I know a lot of people. This comment here is quoting me from a previous video. And I know not everybody wants to do the hustle culture. I don't. I don't like working 9 days a week. I don't. But I've had to do it because I'd rather live comfortably than, just struggling all the time. But it goes, would you like to work 40 or 50 hours a week and then when you get off work, would you like to work some more? Classic. It's true. But hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. This dude, this one's perfect for that Dave Ramsey guy. What he said, he did 83 hours in 1 week and did 2,100. Pretty good. But in a small city, I don't see that happening. But if you're somewhere like LA, I don't know about New York, but maybe even Miami, somewhere super popping, you know what I mean? You could probably pull those type of numbers. And I know 80 hours a week is not ideal, but hey, worst case scenario, it's out there. So that's why I think the gig economy is kind of a good thing. But anyways.
We know how somebody could possibly make a living like this. It is absolutely insane. Over 49% of all real estate agents in 2023 sold one house or none. 49%. That's staggering.
Loser. I actually bartended and waited tables a long time. And a lot of those people, there was a lot of real estate agents that would work 2-3 nights a week as a bartender. Because the truth is most real estate agents don't make that much. That's just the truth. I know a bunch of real estate agents. They just don't. And a lot of them are actually leaving that industry. Or on the side, they're doing DoorDash. You know what I mean? Picking up groceries. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. I'm not saying in the long run you can't make great money doing real estate, but that's where we're at. This one guy goes, working 2 jobs to pay the bills is called being an adult. Time to grow up. That's a lot of people's attitude towards this. And I'm used to working 2 jobs. I'm not saying working 2 jobs is bad. This is the first time in a long time that I've just had 1 job doing this. And if you're having fun, consider subscribing.
Just Instacart pay me to shop and deliver orders. Let me show you. Okay, this was the first order
This is clutch. Pay attention to this because this is where you look at it and this is where people are relying on tips. Watch this shit.
I did on Sunday, and as you can see, Instacart, so you see the batch earnings right up here. Instacart paid me $6.71 to shop this order, and the customer tipped $20.74. This was for about 30 items, a mile and a half away from the store. This was a double batch order I did, which means I just shopped for 2 people at the same time. And batch earnings, $11.97 is what Instacart paid me, and $31.44 is what the customers tipped me. And
yeah, look at that ratio. But this is why I think that Instacart is, the hot commodity, Big Daddy Yankee or whatever. So yeah, $30 compared to what they're paying, it makes sense. But that's why you see these videos. I was gonna plug that one that went in viral with the dude with the glasses freaking out because the lady didn't tip her, and then she's like, "I don't believe in tipping." But that's the kind of shit you got to deal with though. In a lot of jobs, bartending, waiting tables, delivering groceries, you deal with people like this. This person goes, "I don't tip. Sorry, not sorry," and it's all good. Usually, you're gonna average like way more. But that's just kind of where we're at. I want to know your guys' thoughts too, or if you've ever done any of this stuff. Because I've only done Uber and Lyft. I never like delivered groceries or anything like that. But yeah, but it makes sense to me. It makes sense.
What are we doing about jobs? So over it. Like, I'm so over it. And I know that we need to have an income and that I literally cried and prayed for the job that I have right now. But like, oh my fucking God. Is this just it? This can't be it.
Well, good for her. Good news for her. Your dream job of driving Uber is right around the corner, baby. It's nothing but a 2-week wait list and a car checkup, and you're on your way. But this is why I think like these jobs are so popular, because I will say there is a freedom in doing Uber or DoorDash. Like you saw the lady chilling with her boyfriend. You know what I mean? Well, they probably pulled off the side of the road and did a quickie. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they could have. Funny story. We're gonna finish up here. One time, I picked up some chick from a Target once doing Uber. Next thing you know, we're doing the hokey pokey, letting it all hang out. I know. Insane. It's classic. And she tipped me. It's a beautiful world.
Guys, what are we doing about this? Like, what's the plan for getting out of the system? Because out of the matrix. Because it's not working for me anymore. I almost flipped over my fucking kitchen table earlier today.
God, man. God, have a great weekend, guys. Hell of a talk. You guys leave your thoughts. Shout out to all my Patreon members. I love you. It's crazy. It's nuts. After you subscribe, get your ass out there. Go pick up your groceries. Make your deliveries. Shout out to all my new Patreon members, too. Shout out to Richard Wolfie. I appreciate you. Ronnie Rizzo, Big Ronnie, Daniel Spiegel, and Emilio Flores. God, hell of a talk. It was a quick one today, but I think it was worth discussing. And, God, all hail Uber, right? I love it.